Episode 3. Welcome. We'll take it from here with Joe and Don.
What's going on, guys? Episode 3. This is fun, dude. We've
a
already
lot
on
of
a third episode. I really want to thank everybody. So far, I've received a lot of positive feedback from many people about the podcast, and just want to thank you guys for listening. That really means a lot to us.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun doing this. I was really looking forward to today. So yeah, thank you so
too,
much.
Man. Me too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Everything Joe just said, thank you guys. This is one of the coolest things I've ever done, if not the coolest thing. It's like we're 3 episodes in, but it's like, man, this is a lot of fun. This is really cool, and I'm just proud of us for getting started and figuring it out as we go. But yeah, it's really cool when you guys come. Oh, I love the show, man. Thank you. Like, that's the coolest thing ever to me.
Yeah, it is. It is, honestly. Amen to what you just said, because it really does mean a lot. And I just, like you said, just to get started. We spoke about that a lot.
Yep.
It was something that I've struggled with a lot in my life. Just getting just bringing out something from nothing, essentially, is what we did. And it's awesome. It's a great feeling.
Well, I think it's like part of that was always like, oh, we can't do something unless it's $1 million home run idea, right? Well, it's not going to be right off the bat.
No.
And it's like, it's really, like, it feels really cool. We have like 70 total views or listeners on the podcast. Mm-hmm. And it's like, in the grand scheme of podcasting world, 70 views is nothing, but for us,
that's
like,
a lot.
It's 70 freaking people,
it's
bro.
It's the fucking most you've ever had.
That's really cool. Like, I don't know. I don't take that for granted.
No,
and thank you everybody for your support.
Hell yeah. No, honestly, really thank you. But as we have a really good topic for you today. Something that Don and I don't know how long maybe you've been new, I don't want to say it yet, but I don't know how you've been involved with it. It's very new to me in the past year. So I'm really pumped.
Same timeline.
Same timeline? Okay, cool.
Yeah, for the most part.
Perfect. Great. But there's one thing before we do introduce it, I just want to say, as usual, please leave all your bullshit at the door, all your bad attitude at the door. We don't want it. Let's have some fun, guys. Relax. Because I think this is going to be a relaxing episode. Because it's all about relaxation, what we're about to say. And that is meditation.
There you go.
Yo.
That's the whole topic?
Well,
come on, we went over 3, man.
Prayer. And I'm not going to lie, what was the other one?
So listen, today's podcast show is going to be about manifestation.
Manifestation, thank you.
The quantum field and the power of prayer.
Now, we're going to also preface this by saying, this is coming from a lot of our experience and what we've read. There's a really good book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I just finished that about a couple weeks ago. And I'm also reading one called The Secret. That's by Rhonda Byrne. And basically the way I like to describe that is they're both on manifestation and about positive mindset and how you can achieve anything you want. I like to look at it, though, as, because I don't know if you're ever going to plan on reading The Secret, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself is just the scientific explanation behind how The Secret works from Rhonda Byrne's book. Okay. Fucking incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah, quantum fields, we're not quantum physicists, so just know that. We're just going to say about what the book is, and I've actually had some really cool minor manifestations, so to speak.
Me too. Me too.
So we'll get into that. But when did you start meditating?
Yeah, so honestly, I don't even call myself a meditator yet. Like, I don't have like this huge habit developed yet. I started with prayer.
All right.
And I feel like that's a form of meditation. It's not like your typical, floating in the air with your fingers up. But I started like March of 2020. Actually, I know that's March 1st of 2020 is the exact day I started. I know that because I was challenged by Vaughn Kohler. I'm in a group, Empowered Fellowship, and he challenged everybody in there. It's like a spiritual group. And
where can people find this group?
You can find it on Facebook. It's a Facebook group. You can just search Empowered Fellowship or look at Vaughn Kohler's Instagram, at Vaughn Kohler. But anyways, I joined that group and he goes, yo, if you want to get closer with God, if you want to have more spirituality or whatever, start saying the Our Father every single day and do it for 90 days straight and see how your life changes.
Oh, wow.
So day one, I'm like, I always believed in the higher power and I went to church and all that, but I wasn't really bought into anything really. And I was like, all right, whatever. saying one prayer a day, like, how is this going to do anything for me? And, I shit you not, every single aspect of my life is 1,000 times better since doing that. Because, dude, I say it every day since then. So now it's not just that 90 days. It's whatever, how many days since March 1st, 2020, I've been intentfully doing prayer and gratitude every single morning. So, I start my day with about 5 minutes of gratitude, thanking the Lord for everything I have in my life, big or small. I thank Him for simple things too, like thank you for all working limbs, thank you for a healthy body, thank you for my mindset, thank you for the love of my dog, thank you for the remote start on my car, like everything. And I just stay in that state of gratitude, and then I hop into saying the Our Father, and then I hop into saying a prayer that Vaughn taught me, and I'll share that after in a little while, maybe. Or maybe I'll just say now, whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm interested in those.
I'll just say now. So it's really easy.
Mm-hmm.
I will maybe say it when I first get up, or when I'm in the shower, or when I'm brushing my teeth. I have it right next to my mirror, but now I have it memorized. So I say, Lord, all of life is a gift. My life is a gift. Today is a gift. I dedicate this day to you. Help me to pursue my God-given potential, not just for my own gain, but for your glory and the good of the world. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
That's powerful. That's powerful, dude.
And dude, it's a very powerful way to start the morning, and it gets your mind in that positive mindset. And I don't know, man, gratitude is the answer.
Yeah, I agree with you. One thing I want to pick off from, you had a lot of good points, but the one thing I really want to pick off is praying for that good health. We tend, if you pray or if you do, you always tend to ask the Lord for something that you want, right? Whether that be fortune, some job, but we always skip over the biggest part, and that's health, and giving thanks and gratitude for health. Because let's just say you're praying because you want that $1 million. Okay, great. Well, if you have shit health and you're not going to survive, you're not going to be here, $1 million means nothing. And it's something that I also experienced, because mine wasn't March of 2020. Mine was around 2021. I want to say January, February, and it actually stemmed because I was having bad luck with the girlfriend relationship situation.
Okay.
I didn't have a girlfriend, but I wanted a girlfriend.
Right.
And for whatever reason, I was always struggling with getting a girl. I'm not afraid to admit that. And I realized that the reason why was because I wasn't my best self. Exactly. So
yes,
I wasn't giving out my best self. So
it's a huge realization.
Hell yeah, right? And then you realize that, I could have gotten a girlfriend, but I wasn't going to be the best person I could be for the relationship. So I started praying like you every day. I just wanted to be not a different person, but I wanted to have a better attitude, a better aspect on life. I, on the other hand, didn't actually follow the Our Father or any type of prayer. I just do a prayer that's my own, so to speak. Okay. I do the same thing. I think I pray for me and family and friends, and I ask to forgive our sins, and I ask to protect us from evil, because those are the two things, in my opinion, that I think God can do. Okay. Then what I do is I used to ask to give the strength, courage, and tools necessary to live happy, healthy lives, right? And be the best versions we can be. Yeah. But after reading, now jumping around a little bit, after reading The Secret and after reading Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, I now say thank you and give gratitude for giving us the power, the strength, the courage, and the tools necessary to live happy, healthy lives.
We'll get it. That's incredible.
Yeah, we'll get into a little bit of what that means if you're not really following along with manifestation. Essentially, you can't manifest something if you're always in that negative past mindset, right? So you don't sort of manifest it by saying this is what's going to happen in the future. You have to live. They explain that you have to live now as if you've already received what you wanted. So that's why I started changing that. But I think what I'm also going to do is I should really, I was about to say I should learn. I think I know fully the Our Father. I know. I know you
cool.
For some of
It's
you
fine.
Catholics out there, I am a Catholic, but like you,
Yeah.
like the whole like church thing, I don't know. I'm not really bought into like going to church is fine. I'm not bought into the whole like you have to go to church or
Me
you're
either.
a horrible Catholic. I
Me
never
either.
bought into that bullshit.
No.
In my opinion, Sunday shouldn't only be the day for the Lord. You should be practicing every day and living every day through His message. That's
100%,
all.
100%.
But yeah,
No, I'm the same way as you.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know the Our Father.
Yeah.
I had to read it for the first few weeks.
Uh-huh.
Well, I knew it, but like it was a long time since I said it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I did it for a couple of weeks, and then you memorize it.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's all good. Like it's just a matter of like just be humble about it. Nobody cares that if you don't know something. Like it's just your ego.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
So yeah, start wherever you are.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
but going on to that, what I started doing too is I started seeing, I think it was my sister Christina. She was going to tell me about, it was definitely her. She recommended Aaron Dowdy on YouTube. He's like a guy who's like a meditation and how to manifest stuff. So that's what I started doing. So I went prayer. I did a twofold thing in the beginning. It was always prayer and like you every day.
Yeah.
Right. And then I started doing meditation, and the meditation was all about like the law of attraction.
I love it.
And I would do a lot of guided meditations because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing at the beginning.
Yeah.
And don't worry if you don't know what the hell you're doing at the beginning of meditation. I had no idea. Gotta do guided. So I did that for about, I completely changed. There was a change. I think from, not only was I meditating, I got off of social media, right? I just didn't open it for a straight, like not even for a second, for a straight 3 months. I just completely detoxed.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd you feel after that?
Dude, I felt amazing.
Really?
But then I got sucked back into it. Son of a
Did you
bitch.
feel like disconnected?
Disconnected, sure, like disconnected because, like I said, I stopped watching the fucking news, mainstream media shit, in my opinion. So that was my source of news where I could verify, right? I would see something and verify. So I got a little disconnected there, but at the same time, the funny, like what you don't know won't hurt you.
True.
So all that bullshit that maybe I should have known about what was going on in the world, I didn't fucking care.
I didn't care.
Because I didn't know, right? And that's bad. You got to know and not know, right?
Yeah.
But regardless, going back, yes, to answer your question, I felt amazing. But going back, when I was meditating, I started really feeling good, right? The meditations I was doing, I started graduating to self-meditating. I'm not a meditator either. Like, I'm not this guru, right? I don't know how to really meditate for hours upon end. But I have, what I used to do.
Well, how can you explain that you're levitating right now?
Yeah. Oh, whoa. I think the FBI is going to bust out the door.
Could you imagine?
Oh, my God. Dude.
I think I would just lose. I would lose it all. I'd be like,
bro,
yo, is he out of his chair?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. That was a good one. So I started self-meditating, and I would put on high frequency music, which
I love that
so
shit.
peaceful. And you go on YouTube, just
YouTube
literally put
has it.
Positive, not affirmations, positive frequency music, dude. It gets you like the hertz, like go like 500 hertz or up.
No, go 432.
432. What's that?
Yep, 432 is the frequency of healing.
Yes, you're right.
Did I show you that?
No. But I remember seeing
You
something
knew
about
that. You just had the number wrong, I think.
Well, yeah. I think 500 is because it goes like the lower, and then 400s was like healing. I didn't know it was 432. Yeah. Then afterward, you start to get to like actual manifestation, like 800.
Okay.
I never.
Gotcha. There's something cool, like all that frequency stuff,
dude.
Like you have to. Okay, so first of all, you have to have an open mind with any of this conversation.
Yes.
Because it's not going to work unless you have that open mind.
Absolutely.
But like the whole frequency thing, like I have a whole music playlist now. I call it my happy list. I listen to it every single morning to get me into this positive mental state. And whenever I'm feeling down, I listen to it. I listen to it all day long just to keep me in that state. And all those songs on there are played in 432 hertz.
Really?
And it's songs, Bob Marley did it, Coldplay did it, Dire Straits did it.
Oh, so these were actual bands, maybe.
Yeah, they understood the healing frequency, which was 432 hertz, and they I guess put their music into, like they dropped a a note or whatever.
Yeah, they dropped it.
Yeah, you're the music.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm thinking of drop D because I like to play a lot of System of a Down and stuff.
However,
That's definitely not 432 healing. No. It's probably like 100.
But however they did it, they understood that
Yeah.
that was the frequency they needed to play at. And think about it, like those songs, at least for me, like I feel the best when I listen to those. It's because of that frequency.
No, for sure, and
it's really cool.
No, so what Donna's talking about is actually not what I was talking about. And that's fucking awesome. I didn't know that these bands were actually playing their songs and maybe mainstream songs that we were hearing and putting it in the healing tune. I'm talking about like it was literally just a frequency. If you go in and like you get like the 432 frequency, it'll be like an hour of just this beautiful music.
Oh yes,
but same concept applies.
Okay.
And actually, you made me remember something that I was doing in this time. For those of you who may think, oh, these guys are talking out of their ass. All right, fine. Maybe you haven't bought into it. I have a challenge for you tonight because this is crazy. Go on YouTube, type in positive affirmation loop. You'll get 8-hour positive affirmation. It's a channel. I forgot what the name is, but it was always a lady with, I think it was a British accent. And it's literally just an 8-hour loop of her talking positive affirmations into you. She has different ones. Sick, healing, accomplishment, like wealth, right? Pick whatever one you want. When you're going to bed, put it at a level that you would be able to fall asleep so it's not keeping you up, but put it just high enough that you can hear what your brain will be able to process and hear what this lady's saying. You're going to go to bed, right? You'll wake up the next day. Every time I did it, I woke up relaxed, right? Dude. Subconscious entering in there. So if you don't buy off on it, okay, fine. Do that tonight. Make sure you get the 8-hour loop. That's probably how long you'll be sleeping, right? You wake up. You will find, I did it 2 ways. One day I played Call of Duty before I went to bed, and I woke up and, I was fine, but my head felt a little weird, whatever. Maybe I watched a scary movie, right? Then do that. Literally just listen all night. Subconsciously, your brain will pick up on positive affirmations. You feel fucking amazing.
Dude, it's so crazy that you're saying this right now. I did that last night.
No, get the fuck out of here. We did not plan this, guys. I swear to God. Like you said, we don't plan these episodes at all. We just talk. You actually did that? I
swear to God, it wasn't a positive affirmation thing, but it was an 8-hour loop of theta waves.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
So I literally did that same idea last night.
You want to know what? You know what Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about in Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself,
That's who I learned it from.
Yeah. Okay, damn. Yeah, the theta waves is like right when you hit into subconscious.
Mm-hmm. So it's bizarre that you just brought that up. Because it's literally, I haven't done it in months.
Really?
Probably 6-7 months.
Yeah.
And I just did that last night and you just brought it up.
Nice.
So that's really cool.
It is.
It's really helpful, yeah. Like I woke up this morning at like 4:30, which is like 2 hours before my alarm.
Okay.
Or an hour before my alarm. And I was like, I felt so refreshed. I was ready to get up. Well, I didn't get up, but but it worked.
Oh God. So, no, snoozing is a whole different. That's a whole different level. No, I get that.
But actually, what I've been doing, I started yesterday. This is something I'm trying to, because I've always struggled with getting up in the morning, running late in the morning, like whatever. My bed's so comfortable, man.
Yeah,
it's a great brand.
Yeah, it is.
But whatever.
Sleepies.
It's like, man, I'm so comfortable. I don't want to get up. It's cold, whatever. So what I started doing is setting my alarm. Instead of that annoying buzzing sound, it's a song. Oh. So this morning I used Rob Bailey's song, Work, Hustle, Kill.
Never heard of it.
So it kind of like puts me it kind of pumps me up.
Yeah.
And it worked this morning. So that's kind of what I'm going to start to try to do every morning is
nice.
Instead of waking up to that,
dude,
oh my God, I want to shoot somebody.
Yo, hold on a second. Hold on. I think this is a great idea. I think I'm going to start changing mine to music because what I used to try to do is put on one of your standard iTunes alarms, but I would put it across the room so it forced myself to get out of bed.
I tried that.
Yeah, you know what I ended up happening? You just get fucking pissed, and you're just pissed. That's all that's happening.
Yeah, I get pissed and I say, fuck this, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, exactly. Talking about a complete fucking misfire. All right, all right. That's a good thing. I'm going to add to my repertoire.
Yeah, so that's a little, that's how I got started with the prayer, was saying the Our Father.
Okay.
And then it morphed into learning about manifestation and the quantum field and the law of attraction.
Yeah.
So I'll say some books that I recommend. I'm a big reader. I love the book The Law of Attraction by Michael Dossier.
Mm-hmm.
Pick that one up. That one will teach you about the law of attraction. I like Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. That one will teach you everything about, not everything, it'll start to get things working for you, teaching you about the quantum field and manifestation and the science behind it. I think those are the 2 books that really helped me the most.
The Law of Attraction. That's cool.
And then I do want to read that The Secret too, that you're reading.
But it's all intertwined. It's all intertwined. It's literally just because I don't know. Maybe some of you are listening right now, and maybe you're not too much into religion. That's fine. You'll start to realize that if you read those books, everything that you may be reading in the Bible or maybe the Torah or the Quran or whatever, spirituality, universe, it's all, the secret is basically just mindset, positive mindset, right? And manifestation and knowing that you can do whatever you want. But that's what all these things talk about, if you think about it. And what I liked the most was basically just how the secret explains that any type of thought you have, whether it be positive or negative, just leads to a whole chain of either positive outcomes or negative outcomes. So that's why it'll talk in the book. It'll say if you have a negative, if you're experiencing, look, by the way, don't think that me and Don never aren't experiencing negative. Like we just found this and now all our negative thoughts go.
Yeah, we're just these enlightened souls.
Yeah, you know? That's not it. But now when I start to go on a negative thought rant, I cut it out right away because I do start to realize that you hear it all the time, but maybe you don't believe it. Being negative leads to more negative thoughts, which leads to you attract more negative things in your life. So for instance, when I was at work, right? I was working, we were serving on a night, I think it was a Friday or Saturday night. I kept getting double sat. And double sat just means you get sat simultaneously and you have a lot of other shit going on. And I got really annoyed. My first instinct was to go, I got really annoyed. It's like, are you shitting me? Why are you double sitting me right now, right? And immediately, I remember reading from Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself and The Secret. Yeah. Dr. Joe Dispenza tells you to change, right? Tell yourself to change, right? Change. Yes. So in my head, I was like, all right, change. It's all good. You got this. It's good. Nothing. You're going to get this. Your table's going to be fine. You're going to get everything they need. And guess what? I calmed myself down, and the rest of the night was fucking awesome. Fast forward a couple of nights ago, or no, Sunday. Sunday was a fun shift on lunch because I literally had this attitude where everything was going to go wrong. I swear to God, everything went wrong. I put in 2 orders incorrectly. I fucked up another thing. I was dropping fucking knives off the plates. And it was all because instead of just focusing back and saying, okay, I have this negative energy, let me make it positive, I let the negative energy go. And guess what? I attracted all this bullshit, dude. Horrible.
It's amazing.
Horrible. And that's just a stupid example at work. But this could be life-changing, man. Mm-hmm. One of the things in the book, it's called The Miracle Man. Look this up on Google. This is what I also read in The Secret. He's called The Miracle Man. I forgot his name. Something Morris Goodman, I want to say. The Miracle Man, all right? He got into a plane crash. Wow. He was flying his own plane, got into a plane crash. Wow. Doctors said he was on a ventilator. Doctors said, yeah, this person's Morris, you're never gonna live the same way again. You'll probably be a vegetable for the rest of his life. But he was conscious, right? He could hear, and wow. He was the only thing he was able to do was breathe through a tube. And they're like, yeah, your diaphragm shattered. You're never gonna breathe without this ventilator. You're done. Sorry. And he goes, no, fuck that. He didn't say that. I'm saying that for him. He's fuck that. I'm gonna get better. And he just believed, literally, he thought in his brain that he was gonna get better. He would think and he would take really big, deep breaths into the ventilator and he would visualize himself starting to get back in it.
It's incredible.
He healed himself. The doctors had no idea what the fuck just happened.
Oh my God.
Now, I'm not shitting on those doctors. They probably saw that and they're like, this guy's screwed.
Yeah.
But he decided to use his mind for positive thinking and positive thoughts, attracted thoughts of him doing what he wanted to do, and he felt like he was doing it at the time, right? Mm-hmm. Which Dr. Joe Dispenza goes into huge about doing something attracting your future by believing you did it already. He was visualizing that, and next thing you know, he's walking. He's
incredible. It's
ridiculous.
It's incredible.
It's look it up. Morris Goodman, The Miracle Man.
That just goes to show the power of your mind,
right?
If you make a decision that this is how I'm going to be. You can make it happen by the power of your thought. Yeah. And I think that, like you said, if you're thinking in a negative mindset, you're only going to attract negative. Like, so in the law of attraction, they teach you can only transmit a positive vibe or a negative vibe. There's no in between.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm either being positive or I'm being negative. Like, there's no gray area. And like exactly what you said, if I'm transmitting a positive vibe out into the universe, positive vibes are going to come back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. And that, dude, that's so true. That's
It's
an incredible
really
story.
Yeah, it's incredible. I there was a friend that was telling me, he's an officer, and he was telling me that because he used to be an officer in Patterson.
Okay.
And how he would approach the situation, he would go up to whenever there was like a domestic dispute or any type of dispute, he would always take the approach of being very, very calm, addressing the person as if he was never in his uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like just to de-escalate the situation.
Yeah.
He put out a vibe of very, very calm, very positive to them, explain the situation, like, hey, pretend, he would tell me how he would do it. And the person would immediately calm down. And I just thought about that when you were telling me.
I mean,
when people are doing this and it's happening, it's just so true. How many times have you maybe been talking to a friend or a family member and you know that the conversation, it's just a conversation that maybe you don't want to have. Then you start raising your voice. They start raising their voice. You start raising your voice again. The next thing you know, you're fighting because both of you are you're attracting the same vibe.
Well, if that's never happened in my family. Not once. I have a perfect family. I have never gotten angry in my life.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh God.
My family will laugh at that.
Oh hell yeah, dude! No, it's true. It happens to me all the time.
Yeah, no, dude. It's
I'm very better at not doing that, but yes.
Yeah, me too, dude. That just made me think of there's no coincidences in life.
Fuck no. I'm starting to realize this.
What's really cool about that is I got so this first guy that I actually years ago, one of the first personal development books I read was called Connected to Goodness. It was by David Meltzer.
David Meltzer, Connected to Goodness.
Yeah, he wrote this book, and he put on there, so he talked about gratitude a lot. Mm-hmm. He said to start your day, the first thought you think of is thank you.
Yeah.
And that the last thought you think of is thank you. So that the idea being, immediately when you wake up in the morning, you're in a grateful state because you say thank you, and before you go to bed, you're back in that grateful state. And my whole thing was, how can I figure out how to be in that grateful state as soon as I wake up in the morning? And then when I'm in that state before I go to bed, how can I close that gap to be in that state all day long? So that's kind of what I try to do. But what I wanted to say about the coincidence thing is, it took me exactly 9 months to get into a habit of literally, like, I shit you not, immediately, as soon as my eyes open in the morning, I immediately say thank you.
Oh, wow.
It's automatic now.
So it comes right out of your mouth?
Well, in my mind.
In your mind,
it's a thought.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about it. So I'm just automatically in that grateful state.
Yeah, no.
And then I do the same thing when I go to bed. And here's the magic. I DM'd David Meltzer on Instagram. And I was like, let's see if he answers.
Yeah.
I said, hey, David, I just wanted to let you know, like, it took me 9 months to, get into the habit of doing this. And he goes, me too.
Yo, get the fuck out of here. Really?
He said it took him exactly 9 months. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And that's when he told me there's no coincidences in this life.
There's none. There's zero coincidence.
So I was like, oh my God. It gave me chills. I'm like, how's that possible?
Right?
It's really cool. So, like, everybody's like, oh, it's so random. It's not random.
It's not random. You're attracting everything, dude.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. When I was reading The Secret, they were talking about how they were giving examples. Now, they also talk about this miracle man, and then they give really, really, really minute examples. Like, some guy wanted to manifest a feather, he literally manifested a feather with, like, it had unique markings in his head.
Okay.
Basically, what you say you do is you pretend, like, when you visualize it, you believe, you see it, right? What you want to manifest, and you believe that you've already experienced it, and you give gratitude. You say thank you. And, like, he ran into the feather. So I was like, you know what? It was Wednesday because I had off. I was like, I'm just gonna try this. They mentioned parking spots in there. And I was like, all right, I'm going to the gym. It's about this time where the gym should be a little bit more packed. I was like, I'm going to get a parking spot close to the door.
You said that before going.
Yeah, I said it before going. I was like, I'm going to get a parking spot. And I visualized myself getting that parking spot. And I was like, all right, I got the parking spot. I go up there, sure as shit, fucking parking spot. I was like, wow, maybe it's coincidence, right? It shouldn't have been because there was a lot of cars there, but there was that one fucking parking spot. Like, I'm not saying I was in an empty parking lot. There were a lot of cars. So, all right, maybe. So I was like, let's see if I can do 2 for 2 in the same day. I do my workout, and immediately after I go to jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu, I arrive 10 minutes before it starts. Bunch of other companies there, full parking lot, and I go, yeah, if I arrive now, I probably am not going to get the ideal spot that I would have gotten maybe 15 minutes ago. So I started doing it. I was like, all right, I want to get the spot. Sure as fucking shit, all these fucking spots are taken up back, and there's a third and second part. I was like, dude, it's not coincidence.
You can't make it up.
Like, yeah, maybe some of you are laughing, like, oh, dude, right? Maybe someone left. Yeah, someone left because they explain it in the book and in, like, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, like, yeah, that person left and, like, you sort of attract it. Look, read the fucking books.
No, dude, I get
Seriously, but you know what I'm saying, right?
I know exactly what you're saying.
You know
it's like one of those things that you can't really explain, but you're like, you know.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
Like in your head, you're just like, whoa, I just, like, that was something went on there.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to call it? Manifesting or in the quantum field or whatever. And something went on there.
Something went on there. I have a question for you. Did you sort of manifest this podcast? Because I think I sort of did. I didn't have an idea that what we were going to do, but I didn't have an idea I was going to do it with you, right? But I was thinking, like, you know, up to the podcast, I was like, dude, maybe I should do a podcast. And
well,
dude, fucking hit me up.
Yeah, the short answer is yes.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it happened, but I think you responded to something on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And you were like, yo, I think we'd have a dope podcast together. And then I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, no way, he just asked me that. Like, you can ask my mom. I said to my mom, I was like, yeah, I was talking about you the day before you asked me that.
Really?
And I said, yeah, I think, like, I'm going to ask Joe, see if he wants to do something together. Like, I think, like, whatever. Yeah. I didn't know what it was going to be. And then you said that, and I was like, yo, that's it. That'd be really cool. Yeah. And I was like, you can't make it up, dude.
That's not fucking chance.
We hadn't seen each other in months. We hadn't talked about each other in quite a while on Instagram. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, on, say, Monday, you hit me up and said, yo, you think you want to do a podcast together? On Sunday, I was thinking about reaching out to you.
Yeah, exactly. And just to put in perspective, for those of you who may not have heard the first episode or whatever, or may not know me and Don, we don't know each other that well. Like, I feel like I know you really well because we get along.
Yeah.
We met, this is our 5th time together.
Yeah.
First time was at Tillis Gym.
Mm-hmm.
The second time was 4 weeks ago. So the week before we started our first episode, and then each week we do the episode. This is not like something where I'm seeing Don every day or every other week and we're talking. No, like, this is, how the fuck does that even come to fruition?
Dude, I don't know.
Right? It's not by chance. Think about the next time. I texted someone yesterday, and this person responded, but she responded back to me. She's like, the minute I was thinking about you, you texted me.
It's wild.
Like, that shit's not by chance. And that's happened many times.
It's not.
It happens to all of us. It's not just me and Don. Like, how many times how many times has that happened to you where you texted someone or you were thinking about someone, that person texts you? That's not by fucking chance.
But here's the magic. It's happening to everyone, probably in equal amounts, maybe.
Yeah.
But maybe you're just not aware of it.
Exactly.
Because now me and you are aware of these things, and you recognize them more and more.
Dude. So.
You know what I'm saying?
What I'm about to say is actually a manifestation because I thought about it and didn't know we were going to do this podcast on manifestation. What you just said, you hit right on the core. When I was a little kid, when I would get really, really, like, something would get me angry, a video game or freaking Seton Hall basketball lost or Giants lost, I would get really angry, and then all of a sudden, like, I would go upstairs in the bathroom and I would have to throw clothes in the hampers, and I would get my head up, I would hit my head hard as hell. You know what I would say? I'd be like, God punished me, right? And then I would just take it as that. I'd be like, okay, God punished me. I deserve that. And then I would just calm down, maybe for an hour, maybe for the rest of the day. But I wasn't aware of what was going on. That little bump, right, and they talk about this in The Secret, that little bump is you're out of frequency, get back in it. Like it talks about it in the book, right? And back then, I wasn't aware. So sure, maybe an hour later, or maybe for the rest of the day, I was aware. The next day, subconsciously, I went back into that state, that negativity. Now, when something hits me, and if something hits me that's negative, happened to me the other day, dude. In The Secret, it says, whenever you, I swear, this is giving me chills. Yeah. Whenever you are going, like, ask the universe, like, close your eyes, ask the universe to please give you a sign whenever you're getting out of frequency. So I read that in the book. I literally just stopped for a second. I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck it, let's try this out. I stopped reading, I closed my eyes, and I said that. I was like, universe, you know, if I'm ever getting out of frequency, if I'm getting a negative attitude, give me a sign, whatever that may be, right? I'm driving home from jiu-jitsu, and we're going on this road, and all of a sudden, this guy wants to get into the lane, but he's going slow. So the guy behind him beeps his horn. And I was thinking about something that was getting me riled up in my head about what's going on in the world, right? And I was thinking about like all this negative stuff. Okay. And all of a sudden, I see this guy beeping because this guy's getting in. So I was like, all right, I'll let him in. He goes. That guy goes away. Keep in mind, we're all going at a steady pace. I'm not going slow. No one's going slow in front of me. We're all going at a steady pace. And I'm thinking about this thing, and it's getting me angry. All of a sudden, something behind me is just beeping. And I was like, I was like, dude, in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck are you beeping at me for? And then I was like, wait. And like, nothing happened. Someone beeped. I don't know if it was behind me or 2 hours behind me, but I was like, wait, that was the sign. Shut the fuck up. And I literally just changed my frequency. I swear to God. It's incredible, I swear to God.
It's incredible. It's incredible. That's so, it's called like a God wink.
Yeah.
God's winking at you.
I never heard that, but it sounds nice.
It's another book, too. I'm like a freaking library here.
Dude, that is good.
It's like a nudge. Yeah. You know, it's like a nudge.
Yeah, that's exactly how they talk about it in The Secret. It's a nudge.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's another story, like, I was thinking about starting a mobile event bartending business. Did I ever tell you this story?
You told me about this.
But
retell me.
I was like, I wanted a sign, just like you just said. I was like, Lord, give me a sign of how do I start this? What do I do? How do I get this going? You know? And I never ended up doing it, but this is the really cool part. I'm about closing down. And for those of you who didn't know, I was a bartender for about a year at a local bar, Draft House, shout out. But I was about to close down the boat bar. We had a boat bar in the back, really cool, right? I was like, oh my God, I just want to go home. I'm cold, whatever. No, I had no customers like all day. Yeah. And then this one random lady, not random, this one lady comes up and wants a drink. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like, okay, whatever. And they put on my happy face. Hey, how are you? Whatever. Yeah. We get small talking and she goes, oh yeah, I'm a bartender. I'm like, oh really? She's like, yeah, I do private events and I do, I work for an agency and I've also have a lot of experience in the mobile event bartending business.
Bang, right there.
I had chills. Immediately, I had chills. Because the past week before that, I kept every day, Lord, show me a sign. Show me the path. I don't know how to do this. Give me some guidance, some direction. Dude, she gave me every single certification I should go get, who I should call, where I should go, what my next steps were, her personal cell phone number. Dude, you can't make that up.
You really cannot fucking make that shit
up. You can't make that up.
Hey, you can't make that
shit up. And I swear to God, as she was telling me this, like the sun was setting at the right time.
Yeah.
And the rays of the sun were coming down on us. And dude, as she's telling me this, I literally said to her, I was like almost in tears. I was like, I'm getting chills right now as you're telling me this, because I told her the past week I've been praying about it. And she goes, I have chills too.
That's fucking crazy. Hey, you can't make this shit up, dude. That's an insane story.
Isn't that wild?
That's not by chance. He's not random.
No. That's like the laws. That's like the universe at work right there.
That's it.
And like for me, like I think I'm more spiritual than religious.
Probably me too.
Is how I would explain it. But I do have a really good, like I say God, I say Jesus, I say the Lord. But I think I would say I'm more like spiritual rather than like married to a certain religion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I've actually been thinking about that recently.
Yeah.
And I think I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're all intertwined, dude.
It's wild.
It gets back to the thing too, like this. I'm going on a little tangent here, but it fits into what you just said, spiritual and religious. Nothing bothers me more when people who are like pro-religion say no to science, or people who are pro-science, they know the religion.
Yeah.
Why can't the two just coexist? You have all the laws in science, but who made it?
Well, dude, here's how I like always look at that stuff. My relationship with God is my relationship.
Facts. Repeat that, please.
My relationship with God is my relationship, not yours. Like, I'm in control of what my relationship is with my Creator.
Yeah.
And nobody can tell. There's no rules.
No.
Everybody says, "Oh, you can't curse." Yeah, I curse with God.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I curse back and forth, you know, as I'm praying and stuff.
I think that's interesting because
I do my own. It's my own relationship. It's my life. I didn't realize it was the church's life.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I have my own rules and my own way of praying and my own way of doing things. Now, I do follow some guidelines from people that know a lot more than me in that space. But at the end of the day, I make the decision. Like, if I don't feel like going to church in the morning, I won't go.
Yeah. Like,
it's not like I really don't feel like God's saying, "Oh my God." Like, he's not saying, "Oh my God," because he's God.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
me. Oh my me.
But he's not saying, "Oh my, you're going to hell."
Yeah. No. Hold on.
You know.
That you just said that. I was at my. Hold on a second. I was at my little.
What does God say? Does he say, "Oh my"? Like, what's he say?
He probably just goes, "Oh my," and then points to himself. I don't know. Don't smite me, please.
Who's God pray to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, who's above God?
This is getting hard. We gotta do it. I'm down for this.
I think it's gonna be a part 2.
Oh, we're gonna do an episode on this. We're gonna do an episode getting into some crazy shit. I feel it. Sometime in the near future, we're gonna do an episode that's going to really make us think. You know, I don't smoke weed, but my friends always tell me that I should smoke weed for the sole reason that sometimes I'd have some insane conversations. Because you just asked me, and I was about to say something for this podcast. You asked me, who does God pray to? Yeah. It's like, this is a good question. I
don't know.
You're fucking me up for the rest of the night, dude.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight either.
I don't know, man. God. But no, you don't need to do any drugs to.
No, absolutely not. No, my drug is
actually
me.
I take Genius mushrooms every day.
Dude,
they're not magical mushrooms, but it's a supplement. They're called Genius mushrooms.
Oh, I thought you were calling yourself a genius.
No, it's a supplement. It's basically tastes like dirt, but there are 3 capsules.
Oh, sick. That's awesome.
No, it's got reishi, lion's mane, and cordyceps.
Yeah.
These 3 things like awaken the spirit. They do something with the mind. I don't have the science behind it. But look up lion's mane, cordyceps, and reishi.
Yeah, reishi.
These things are like ancient Chinese wisdom.
No, fucking, I'm doing this shit.
And I swear to God, ever since I started taking these, I feel like my mind has been more open.
Bro,
I never would have had these. I feel like when I've had these thoughts, like I would have, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's really cool.
I've never done drugs, but I'm about to do shrooms. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna get these ones.
Genius mushrooms.
Genius mushrooms, not actual shrooms. Yes.
Not the magical ones.
Any future employer, potential business partner, I'm not gonna do actual shrooms. Genius mushrooms. What am I gonna say? What the fuck was I about to say?
I don't know. I cut you off.
No, but it was.
We were talking. Yeah.
It was about speech. Oh,
spirituality.
Yeah, going to hell. Okay.
Yeah.
I was at my cousin's confirmation, and the priest, I think it was the bishop. Sorry, the bishop does the confirmation. He was talking about going to church, being a Christian, and he said something, and I forgot his exact words, but he basically says, like, "Oh yeah, you like don't expect to get into heaven if you're not going to church." And some lady that's like 2 things behind me just goes, "He can't say that," and I was like, I was dying. I was like, "Well, I guess I'm going to fucking hell."
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm driving the bus, bro.
Yeah, you get in, motherfuckers.
Dude, it's like, I don't know. My pastor, I go to a Breakpoint Community Church in Mount Olive, and it's a non-denomination church, which I really like, because there's no like set rules and like rituals. It's just my pastor talking.
Wait,
know?
Is this off of 46 by chance?
Yeah.
Is it Mount Olive or is it Bud Lake?
It's around St. Bud Lake.
Does he have a mustache?
No, he doesn't. No.
Is he tall?
No.
Okay, never mind. There was a really cool like priest or pastor. I think
really?
it was a priest maybe around the same area in a church. Sorry to interrupt. He was mad fucking cool. But that's besides the point. All right.
No, well, this guy, he's from the South, and he was like, yeah, up here is really awesome because it's like you want to be at church.
Yeah.
Whereas he's like down south, he's like, if you don't go to church on Sunday, you got like the search party out for you. Everybody's asking, well, why weren't you at church? Well, what were you doing? and like making you feel guilty and stuff
Dude,
that you weren't
fuck
there.
that, bro.
And I just thought that was so amazing where he was just like, up here, like everybody that is here wants to be here. So I just think that's along the same lines as what you said with that priest, how he said, you're going to hell if you don't go to church.
Like, I wouldn't want to.
Who are you to say that, man?
Dude. Exactly. I don't give a flying. Like, what you're going to tell me? Actually, it's like, it's almost like vibrations. Let's get back to vibrations on that. Him telling you that you're not going to go to heaven because you don't want to go to church doesn't attract you. It pushes you. That's a negative vibration. And we don't want negative vibrations. So that sort of pushes us away. Mm-hmm. No, that's bullshit.
Yeah. So
I like that. I like how he said that you want to be here.
Yeah. But, you know, that's kind of my experience with prayer. Yeah. And because it's all like I said earlier, it's all morphed into each other.
It is.
Like
100%.
Prayer, manifestation, you know, law of attraction, it's all like intertwined with each other.
Yeah.
And the more I study it, the more I realize that how related it is. And the more I realize how conscious I have to be of my thoughts, because every thought I'm having is creating.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Facts.
So if I'm thinking negative, I have to catch myself really quick, which I'm really good at now, because I know if I'm in that negative state, emitting that negative vibe, I know I'm not helping myself in any area. So I have to make sure I refocus and recenter and go back into that positive vibe.
Yeah, I agree with that. A lot of, and I used to be like this too. So don't worry if you're thinking about getting into this, like, you know, just positive thinking or maybe reading it. Yeah. Don't freak out that if you have a negative thought that now your whole day is shot, your life's over, dude. Like, it's the same thing. What Don just described about when you have that negative thought, he's very conscious now, and now he changes it. If you have that negative thought, if you change it after a few moments, you're fine. Like as long as you can keep that positivity in, then you're fine. It's when you keep dwelling on the same negative emotions, that's when you start to attract bad things. But it's the cool part about it, and I think it's always the harder part about it, is if you can do that being positive, you'll attract. But the whole thing, it's hard to do it being positive because you're like, I'm not getting it. Yeah. I'm not getting it. Where is it? Oh, I thought about this parking space, and guess what? Here's another thing about it. This morning, I was reading in the end of it because I just finished The Secret. One of the big there was 10 things that she recommended, the author. One of them is just letting it go.
Well, don't expect it.
Don't expect it. Yes, that's what Dr. Joe Dispenza said.
If you expect it, it's not going to come.
It's not going to come. And you gotta unexpect it. You gotta not be, and let's just say that you did everything correctly and it doesn't come. Let it go, because if you're not letting it go, that means you're trying to expect it, as Don said, and it's not coming. This is what they're saying, and you know what? Fuck. Yeah. How are you gonna know if you don't believe us? Start trying it.
Yeah.
Pick up these books.
Do it for not. Yeah. Pick up these books. Do Joe's challenge that he put out before.
The positive affirmations.
Positive affirmations. Do that.
See how
say
fucking
the
nice
Our
you are.
Father for 90 days, then come back to us and say you're full of shit.
Yeah, facts.
I guarantee you will.
Facts.
If you actually do it for 90 days straight, disciplined.
Yeah, disciplined.
And do it.
No, it's all about discipline, dude. We do it. I pray every day. You.
So I'm really curious for our listeners. If you take this challenge, please let us know how it goes.
Yeah, I'm.
Let
really
us know.
Curious.
What things you find, what realizations you have, what awareness you have now. Let us know, because that stuff really is really cool. But
please do.
You know what I want to get into too is, did you have something you want to say with that?
No, I was just gonna say, for somebody that may want to do this, that may want to see even this challenge, or just get into or even just learn about quantum physics, how as it relates to manifestation. What do you have to lose by reading these books?
You got everything to gain.
You got everything to gain. So
we talked about change your negative thought, right? Well, how do you do that? I'm going to give you a tangible process on how to change negative thoughts. I learned this years ago, and it's how I've literally restructured and reframed my brain. It's called. So we have automatic negative thoughts, and a lot of times when we're in a negative state of mind, we have these automatic negative thoughts. They're called ants. Well, what we have to do is we have to challenge those thoughts. So we have to, whatever that thought is, we have to challenge that by saying the opposite in our head. The opposite of a negative thought is a positive thought. Okay, so say the word cancel. you talked about before, it's a change. So when you have that negative thought, you either say it out loud if you have to, or say it in your head, cancel. So I have the negative thought, I say, cancel. Then I challenge it, I turn it around to a positive thought, and then I ask myself, is it true that blah, 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 blah?
Yeah.
Is it true that Joe looked at me funny and hates me? No.
No.
So then I realize, okay, I'm having a pretty irrational thought. This is stupid.
This is nice.
And you know what? This is not a thought that serves me. I'm going to throw it away.
Yeah, I like that.
So now what I've done is, and then the last step is to ignore and distract. So now what I've done is I've identified that I had a negative thought. Then I canceled that thought. Then I challenged that thought, made it positive. I'm continuing to challenge it by saying, is this true? No. And now I'm ignoring and distracting by doing something else. I'm distracting my mind by, let's say, listening to music, watching a TV show, going for a walk, going to the gym, fill in the blank.
Yeah.
So that is how you change your negative thought into a positive thought.
Nice. That's really insightful. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
And do that over and over. It's not going to happen right away.
No, you have to practice it.
Do that over and over for a long period of time. I'm talking probably, a couple of years. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
And your mind will literally rewire itself.
It's it. What does Dr. Joe Dispenza say? What is it? What is he? Something that no longer fires together, no longer wire. It's genes or genes,
something like that.
Genes that no longer wire together,
I know what you mean.
Or fire together, no longer wire together. Basically, what they're saying to give you like that example. Let's just say your negative thought is because you're stressed out about something at work, or maybe you're stressed out at work, or because you're your boss, right? You always, how they explain it, and this is, do your own research on this quantum physics on this, or read the book, because this is how Dr. Joe Dispenza explains it. Your cells, right? When those nerves fire, it fires to your cells in your body. We're all just matter and energy, right? When you are constantly so if there's a specific event at work or a specific event that gives you some insane amount of stress, you have a stressful situation at work, the reason why that every day that you walk into work and you'll be very stressed out is because those nerves are firing and the cells sort of crave it. And that's why you basically, when you decide that day, what Don said is to make sure you do this every day. It's not going to be overnight, is because the first time you decide that you want to stop, what happens is your nerves are your cells are wait, I thought I was supposed to be living in this state of stress. And then sort of shoots something back. I don't know the real scientific term from it, but it shoots up your nervous system and tells your nerves and your brain to shoot more of those stress down. And that's basically your one ball of stress. But basically, you just gotta, I don't know, you just read the books, take into consideration what we said, and see if it's something that you would like to do, and something that you would like to try, because honestly, let's be honest, we're all very happy individuals. Some of us are, some of us aren't. There's only one way, if you really want to find true happiness, that you're gonna get it, is you just gotta work at it, right? You gotta put in the work. Yeah, that's literally what we've been doing for the past year.
That's it. And we're all at different levels with this stuff.
Yeah.
Some people are complete beginners, some people are more experienced, and just know that whatever level you're at, it's perfully cool.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm definitely on that beginner
perfectly
level.
Cool. Because dude, I had never read a single page in a Bible before getting into this, a year and a half ago or whatever. I didn't know how to read it. I kind of know how now. I didn't know how the number system worked. I didn't know anything about it, and I just learned by consuming information from my group that I'm in, from Vaughn, different spiritual people, pastor at church, and it just evolves into over time. And I'm still learning every day. I'll be learning until the day I die.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. But what made me get into this was I was in a bad place. And Well, you know what? I don't necessarily at the time I was in a bad place, but I knew I wanted to get into a better place.
Something was lacking.
Something was lacking. And I was like, let me give this stuff a shot. And maybe this is maybe this is the thing you're lacking.
Maybe this is your nudge.
To your listeners. Yeah, maybe this is your nudge to you listening right now.
Yeah.
Maybe this is your nudge to go after that dream, your nudge to have a close relationship with God, open up your Bible, whatever it is to you. I don't know, because it's your life. Remember, it's not mine. Nothing that we recommend.
Yeah, we're not pushing any of this on you.
It's like whatever your mind, whatever you think.
Exactly.
So
cool.
That's the show, man.
That's the show. That was awesome. Great.
Yeah. Where can everybody find you, Joe?
Joe Francesco 48. How about you?
I am at Don Shoemaker Jr. on all social media.
Nice.
So, guys, we would really appreciate a 5-star rating.
No, but honestly, yeah, what were we gonna say?
You know, a review. Yeah. I don't know if you can do that on Spotify.
Maybe possibly.
Share the show, if you enjoyed it.
If you had a laugh or some sort of entertainment, just share the show.
Or even just let us know. DM us what you thought of the show. You know, how it maybe have helped you, something that made you more aware. Let us know how we're doing, and you know, we look forward to keep bringing these shows out to you guys.
Hell yeah! Oh yeah, this is it.
So I had a lot of fun with this one.
I did too.
So
yeah. All right, guys. Well, hope you enjoyed it.
New shows dropping every Wednesday,
Thursday. Yeah.
So keep your eye out for that. Hit that bell button.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace out, guys.